I apologize.
Okay, I got it.
Got it. Yeah, usually our recording is done by Waming, but unfortunately he isn't here today. But Jay, at least we are getting your speech. Sorry about that, Elvira and Jose. All right, and with that, please uh, finish up your feedback to Jose. Meanwhile, I will introduce our third speaker today, who is Ajay, who is a new member to the club and has been really working hard to get the speeches out. His speech today is called In Case of Emergency. It is 7 minutes long. It is part of the level one and is about evaluation and feedback projects. Please help me welcome Ajay.
Hello. Can you all hear and see me okay?
Yes.
Thank you. This talk is called In Case of Emergency. We each have someone who is counting on us. Are you ready to do what's needed in case of emergency? During this talk, I'll ask you to keep count with a pencil, make tally marks, or with your computer, or just count on your fingers. If you have a car, does it have at least half a tank of gas in it? Because in a major emergency, there won't be any gas to buy. If you do, make one tally mark. In case of emergency, do you have a pair of shoes under your bed that are comfortable and sturdy? Because in case of emergency, you might not have time or might not be able to get to the front door. You might be going out your window. If those shoes are there for you, make a tally mark. In case of emergency, do you have enough food? If the store shelves go bare, they say that a 14-day supply is enough. If you have that, make a tally mark. In a major emergency, help won't be coming from the outside, at least for some time. We are each the help we need. Do you have enough water? Or do you know where to get it? Do you know where the creek is and how to purify it? If you're ready for that, make a tally mark. Let me say more or a little about the hazards that might put us in this situation. We could make a long and frightening list. In this area, where most of us are, it could be an earthquake. But what about weather, or flooding, or fire, or civil unrest? The last of which could be triggered by any of these others. We together are our own best help in an emergency. Let me ask you another question. In an emergency, do you know the way to walk to the nearest hospital? If the roads are impassable from debris or cracked, or you can't get your car out and no one can come to help you? If you don't know the way to the hospital, do you have a paper map? Because the phone system may go down and your phone navigation won't work. If you're ready, make another tally mark. Do you know any phone numbers? If you get to a phone that's working and yours doesn't, do you know the numbers of the people you would want to call? Maybe outside of this area? Do you have those phone numbers written down somewhere on paper? If so, make a tally mark. Do you know where and how you're going to go to the bathroom if the plumbing doesn't work? If so, make a tally mark. If you take medication, do you have enough to last you through a crisis? If so, make a tally mark. And if the people you live with have talked about this and made a plan, what to do, where to meet, what the next steps are, make a tally mark. Someone is counting on you. We each can be the person to help. If you know your neighbors and you trust them to be there for you in an emergency, make a tally mark for each household that you know and trust. Communities, when they hang together, have been found to be far more resilient in a crisis. So you've made maybe one, maybe more tally marks. Let's think together over time about how to make it to the next level, how to increase our preparedness in a way that's not burdensome or scary. It doesn't have to be convoluted, but there is a simple path forward. When we say we are prepared, sometimes we think we're an individual. I am going to save myself. But the people who are going to save you are the people that you're connected to beforehand, ahead of time. And they are the people who will save you. And that's why I said at the outset, we each have someone who's counting on us. We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Ajay. If everyone could please take a moment to provide Ajay with feedback directly to him in the chat, that would be great. We'll take about 1 minute or so for the feedback. And maybe start wrapping up some of our feedback to Ajay. And with that, we will now switch over to the next most important part of our meeting. Giving a speech is difficult, but the best part is we get instantaneous feedback here, no matter how convoluted the feedback from me personally might be. And with that, I will now introduce our general evaluator, Wendy. Wendy, please take it away.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good morning, members, and most welcome the guests. Most of all, Ajay, congratulations on finishing your second or third speech, and I really enjoyed it. For some procrastinators, always never prepare enough. This is very timely advice for me. Thank you. So I'm gonna, as your evaluator, I'm gonna tell you a few things I really liked, the areas you're very strong, and also perhaps.
So you are general evaluator, right? And our...
Yeah, this is why I'm missing, so I forgot to unmute myself. So let me start over again. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome the guests. So my job as a GE is to lead the evaluation sections. And as Georgie said, the fastest way to grow is to receive and apply feedback. Every speaker will get feedback, receive feedback. In this section will be specific evaluations of prepared speeches. Now, our first evaluator is AJ, who will be evaluating Alvara on her speech, New Year Turkey. Welcome, AJ.
Thank you, Wendy. Hi, everybody. My name is Ajay, and it's a pleasure to hear your speech, Elvira, and to be able to offer my impressions of it. And I have notes here I'll get to you as well. But the first thing I want to say is that you gave a really well-crafted speech. There are a lot of elements that came together in there, including your use of eye contact and especially gestures that made it successful. And so thank you. Thank you also for choosing something engaging and seasonal. Here we are between Thanksgiving and New Year's. I think that was a good choice of topic and content for this audience. And it made me think of even our theme for the day, the next level, because what you offered us is a view into how we each and how your family is shaped by culture, American culture, and shaping culture at the same time and bridging this, sometimes gap between and across continents. And so the content was engaging and successful, I think. The other thing I'll say is that your diction, your vocal clarity is really good. One suggestion I would make, and this is an artifact, I think, of Zoom, is that over a couple of words at the beginning, I missed the meaning. I didn't catch exactly what you said. And that could be because of the lagginess of your or my connection. And I'm not sure there's a perfect way to remedy that, but that was one of my impressions. You did engage us with some really well-crafted phrases, saying, for example, 2 or actually 3 times that you got a colossal bird, and it met its fate. We had a slice of American dream. We had a beautiful metaphor, the LeBron James of turkeys. And so those premeditated, I assume, turns of phrase really made the speech more engaging. Thank you for those. There was plot. There was intrigue. There was the oven that you described with your hands and having to jam it in there. The gestures were successful at that time, and there was resolution and, in a way, a happy ending. But what I didn't see coming, and that was beautiful, was that it was not your mom in Moscow at a New Year's party. It was also your daughter here in this country, if I understood you right. So I think I'll wrap up there. I'm about out of time or over. And thank you for giving us a clear moral and a thread, a tale that took us through generations. Thank you, Elvira, and it's back to you, Wendy, as general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, AJ. Our second evaluator is Georgie, and she'll be evaluating Jose on lessons learned. Let's welcome Georgie.
Thank you very much, Jose, for the speech that you gave. It was great. It's always hard to do these higher level speeches that get really involved. I thought that you did a really good job with the slides today. Oh. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Yeah. I thought you did a really good job with the slides today. We did have Phil come in about a week or so ago and give us some tips on how to do better with slides. And I'm hoping maybe that you got a chance to, get internalize some of that feedback he gave you. So I thought the slides were done really well today. Everything matched up with what you were saying quite well. The other thing that I thought that you did really well was that you've clearly explained the different aspects of what you wanted to talk about. Then you talked about them and you had a nice little summary and conclusion. The organization of the material was really done quite well. The other thing that I thought was done well was that you were talking about the club in general and talking about how it kind of affects all of us. Like I said, I thought that was a really good tie-in with the material. So it was not just something you do as part of the pathway, but something you do to interest everyone in thinking about ways to improve themselves and to improve the club, which will obviously come back to help themselves in the long run. Now, with respect to a few things that you might want to start out with, you did a really good job with the start to your speech. I knew exactly what you're going to talk about, but I think maybe it might have been better. It might have been more intriguing to start out with maybe a question or something to draw people into the speech. Like, for example, have you thought about ways we could improve the club? Well, here's some of the things we did recently, and I'd like to give my evaluation of the work that we did, or something like that. Likewise, there was a couple of parts where I wasn't quite clear. I mean, I understand the material that you were saying. Like, for example, under the pathway section, I understood what you were saying. I just didn't quite understand what you were saying with respect to what you wanted to do to improve. So I was a little confused on what your thoughts are on the future plans. Other than that, I thought you did a really good job, especially with the speech organization and explaining everything. And I'm looking very much forward to your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgie. Now I'll be the third evaluator and I'll be evaluating AJ's speech. Thank you, AJ, for a very engaging and speech. For a last-minute procrastinator like myself, it's very timely advice to be prepared in emergency. I'm gonna speak a few things about what I noticed that I think you did really well, and your strong areas, and also perhaps offer some opportunities to take your speaking skills to the next level. So I think very apparently you're a very advanced speaker. Your delivery skills amazing. Like you frame yourself well. You're very composed, and you had gesture, and your tone is very persuasive and very engaging. It draws me in, and you have the right pace, not too fast, not too slow, the pace to deliver your speech. You mentioned you want me to pay particular attention to your eye contact. I think you're looking almost, you want to look level at your computers, the camera. So I think if you raise a little bit, you'll be looking up instead of looking slightly down. I think that's a tiny, but overall, I think your gestures, your body language, and your tone is really excellent. Back to the speech, I think it's also very clear as a beginner Toastmasters. Your structure is very clear. Your message is clear. I especially love the opening. Each one of us has someone depend on us. Are you ready or prepared? So it's very powerful rhetorical questions. And then you had a series of parallel questions. Every time you said, if you've done that, make a check or make a mark, So I really like that. And I think in terms of Toastmaster, we're always looking for opportunities like to the next level. Here, I think might be able to advise is that I feel like as an advanced speaker, here's the opportunity for you to improve. Hearing the speech, I feel like it's like walking a little bit flat. I want you to go to different interests, like climbing the mountain, going up and down, introduce some depths. I think the way you could, a great opportunity you could do that, you almost did it, because when you argue at the second section, you say, let's look at hazards of not doing it, because you want to motivate the audience to take your action. So I would say at this point, or maybe even a better location is at the opening. Tell a story, a lesson, that in case you did not do these things, what the consequence, what kind of pain. And another technique to draw the audience is to tell story, right? You know, instead of going back, but tell as it happened. And that could shock us into, oh, I really need to listen to this advice and take the action call. So I think that's an opportunity. I believe you will do really well. So overall, AJ, your delivering skills great. Keep doing that and experiment. And secondly, your language, your words are good, and your clarity of your speech is great. I think tell stories, lessons learned, describe the process and draw us in and take your actions. That's an area you could take the speech to the next level. Back to you. I'm the general evaluator. So now we close the speech, prepare speech evaluation. I'll come back later to do the next two evaluation segments. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you very much, Wendy. It was a great evaluation section. Let's move on to the more, sometimes it can be thought of as more challenging aspect of our meeting, which is where we practice our spontaneous speaking with table topics. I'd like to introduce our table topics master for today, Kumar. Kumar, please take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Georgie, and also the fellow Toastmasters, both fellow members and the most welcome guest. Today, I will the table topic master. Wait, I'm going to share my screen. Before that, how many of you like to live long and stay young? How many of you like to live long and stay young? I think only one person want to. Oh, two is Uze. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Oh my God, let me see. Hope everyone can see my screen. It's a open question for everyone. How many of you follow these things? It's like your regular exercise. It may be your diet habits. It may be an food habits, and also it may be an fruitful friends to help your life and also guide you to stay young and live long. It's an open question for everyone. It's first question for your beauty tips to stay young and live long. Is anybody willing to volunteer these three questions? You may give whatever you want to talk. Hello. Nobody is volunteer here.
I'll take one.
Jose.
I'll take one, Kumar. Kumar, hello?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. You mentioned improving on myself in terms of health. And I noticed that when I think about that topic, the first thing that comes to mind is actually exercise. And I always think about exercise whenever I think about improving myself. And why is that? Because I don't get enough of it. And I did notice that in my current life. And just being busy creates problems in doing that. Sitting on the desk is a problem. And I've noticed that. But I found out that actually doing a schedule, let's say walking at this time, or jogging, or going to the gym, it actually doesn't work anymore. It used to when I was younger, yes, but somehow because of the stress of working, I notice I don't do that anymore. I have to incorporate an activity that makes me work out, walking the dog, or going to 7-Eleven instead of driving there. Things like that, you got to have a goal. And it somehow I noticed that my behavior is better that way. So yes, I found out that making things interesting is more motivational for me. And I hope that's good pointers for others. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Is anybody wanting to know other questions? Anybody? Vandy, can you try this?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, your beauty tips to stay young and live long. What are the paths you are following for your beauty tips, and also your secret to follow that regularly?
Okay, thank you, Kumar. It was very interesting and applicable question. As a person who's a lifetime self-improvement guru, you bet I pay attention to how to stay young and healthy and want to live long and healthy. When I was younger, I was thinking specifically, staying young and maybe exercising and this and that. But over the years, I pay attention to the tips of all the centenarian and also medical research journal. They offer advice often on the radio. One universal truth is everyone live long, follow the advice of having a good state of mind, not taking things seriously, and being able to laugh off any bad situation. So I think improving my mindset to make sure I'm always healthy inherently is I think that's something I'm naturally progress towards. Let me elaborate a little bit more on that. I'm a very passionate person. Sometimes I get excited and get very upset, get upset. But since COVID, I started to pick up a habit like meditation. It's not really advanced level, just sit quiet for 5-10 minutes at a time. It does calm me down, bring multiple health benefits. And over the time, it does make me more relaxed and happier all the time, or most of the time, compared with my past. So my tip to stay young, more importantly, stay healthy and live long, is to give yourself quiet time, reflect when you're upset, have some step back, have perspectives, and then you really find there's nothing we need to angry about the people or our environment. That's my tip. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master Kumar.
Yeah, Vandy, that's a huge tips. Actually, most of the what I say, it's like people like equal to the gods. They say don't react to your ups, don't react to your downs. You always stay calm. That will give different idea and also definite things during your ups and downs. You always stay calm is the best thing to stay young, healthy, and live long. Is anybody wanting to another questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah,
VJ?
I just want to. So thanks for. So I actually don't know how to reverse it's a public health research and have created an evidence base for how to live longer. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents here. Don't smoke. One of the thing. Don't drink too much on weekend. Generally Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Uh, and eat a diverse or balanced diet here, and avoid uh, fast, avoid mostly processed food, and try to at least move or gym or exercise every day, even if you just walk, and maintain muscle mass and stay socially healthy and stay fit. So that's are my 2 cents. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Vijay. And last, finally, I am having on tips to everyone. How how many of you having a habit while during your sleep you closed every window and everything you closed and you sleep in a closed container? How many of you having that habit? Please raise your hand. No? Yeah. Okay. Uze raised his hand. Other than that, okay. Uze actually, Vijay also have that habit. Actually, doctor said if you living in a 16 cross 10 room, it's like 160 square feet. It has only 1 hour of oxygen while you are closing your door. It can your lungs need 8 liters of oxygen during your sleeping. If you are closing your doors, you have only 1 liter of oxygen inside your room. Balance, it's maybe a 6 hour sleeping or it may be an 8 hour sleeping. You are repeatedly inhaling carbon dioxide of your own carbon dioxide. So it will definitely destroy your health, even though if you had your good fruits, good good health habit, good exercise, whatever things you have, it won't be an give you an healthy life for you. You always open your window, had your six at least 8 hours of sleeping with good oxygen. It give enhance amount of oxygen to your flesh and also to your brains and also to your lungs. That's give an healthy, young, and long life for you, for your body. That's lead to you live long. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kumar. That was an excellent series of questions for table topics today. Let us now transition to our going through our duty master roles to go through the final parts of our meeting. I will share my screen so that we can do that. All right. And let us start out with me as the timer. Oh, one other thing before I do that, let me do my other role, which is as ballot counter. So I will drop in the chat if I can find the chat somewhere. I can't seem to find it. Hold on 1 second. All right. Great. So I've just dropped into the chat that a link for our Google Forms. If you could please click on it and vote for your selection of the best or most improved speaker, evaluator, and table topics person, that'd be great. Meanwhile, let me start off with the timer. As timer, we pretty much stayed on time. Elvira, you spoke for 6 minutes, 3 seconds. Jose, 7 minutes, 38 seconds. Ajay, 6:25. Ajay, as evaluator, you spoke for 3 minutes, 25 seconds. I spoke for 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Wendy spoke for 3:35. Jose and Table Topics, you spoke 1 minute and 28 seconds. Wendy, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. And VJ, you spoke for 52 seconds. All right. Now let's turn to our grammarian, Jose.
Georgie, should I do that or SG? And I mean,
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
No
I
problem.
forgot. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Please go
No
ahead.
problem. Thanks for the excellent timer report, really. But in Toastmaster, we want to follow a formality because it's very important. I'll be the GE. So as a GE, I will do, there were 2 jobs, you know, the reporting of duty master role reporting, and also I evaluate the evaluators and also the major meeting roles. So I'll first do the evaluation of evaluators and also the major roles. I think I will be evaluating as evaluator. I will evaluate AJ and Georgie. AJ, you are a new first time, I believe, evaluator. You did an excellent job. I noticed that you did a sandwich structure. Your opening was positive. You had some you had astute observations and have some areas, you pointed out areas for improvement, and you closed with a very positive message. So that's really great. Usually at the advanced level, we offer a suggestion. So next time, try to offer a concrete suggestion that the speaker could improve. Georgie, I really really impressed me this time. You were always a very encouraging and motivating evaluate, but this time I noticed you opened with a very empathetic message. You said, I know how overwhelming, complex these level 5 projects can get when you notice, when you evaluate Jose. So that really struck me. So overall, both of you actually, you know, listened carefully and give us areas that the speakers should improve. So that's really great. For major roles, Kumar, you did an excellent job as a table topics master. The topics you selected are so relatable, of interest to everyone, that draw our visitors to volunteer to speak. That's really amazing. I actually suggest we expand to a themed speech, you know, since we have so many gurus interested in these topics. So that's really great. Georgie, as a Toastmaster, I forever can learn how you, at the beginning of the meeting, make sure all the major roles are filled. You go over speakers, evaluators, then all the duty masters. You do it methodically, very efficiently in 5 to 10 minutes. That's really great. And so overall, the meeting went really well. I think next, so this concludes my my evaluation of major roles, and we'll proceed to the last segment, which is report of duty masters. Georgie already gave us a very detailed timers report, so we proceed to the next grammarian. Jose, can you please give us a report?
Thank you, Wendy, our general evaluator, for the grammarian report. I will be mentioning a lot of the significant phrases and messages that people have done. It's been very interesting meeting. For Elvira, your usage of adjectives in describing the gargantuan turkey was very impressive. And when you made your gestures about that turkey, I'll give you feedback. I actually saw a turkey in my mind when you said that. So that was very. So if you use those adjectives and your gesture in the right timing, I noticed it does generate an image in people's minds. So that's good. Ajay, I like when you started off with, we have someone counting on us. You started that and you ended with, we have someone counting on us, and it stuck. So it's very good. That message was very, very effective, and it actually enhanced the importance of your speech. So, yes, a very good anchor for that speech. Kumar. Oh, yes. You asked the question. I liked when you asked the question, who keeps the window open? It looks like a harmless question. Or not really harmless, but insignificant or non-consequential question. But I like the part where you actually explained later that there's an oxygen issue with that. So very good. So that made your point very effective. Oh, Wendy. Oh, yes, you said something very interesting. You said the consequence and pain will motivate your audience. Very good phrase. Yes, that's stuck. So that's very good. Okay, those are the significant messages. And Kumar did very well in his phraseology also. That's the grammar. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose, for a very encouraging report. Our next duty master is word master. It's also Jose. Please.
Yes, I was also the word master, and the key, the thing with being a word master is also a listening test for me. So I heard Georgie say the word. The word is convoluted twice. Ajay said it once. I said it once, and I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think when they said it, I wasn't 100% sure. So yeah, that's my test. I did do very well. Okay, back to you, General Valier.
Thank you, Jose. Yeah, we should all use more of the word of the day in the future. I think our next duty master is joke master. That's my favorite. I like to hear. Kumar, tell us a joke.
Thank you, Andy. Actually, I am also an accountant role I have already.
Okay.
I think it is missed.
Give your
Okay.
account report first,
Yeah.
and then tell us
Yeah.
a joke.
Actually, during our speech, Ajay haven't used and ounce, but during the evaluation time, Ajay used nearby 8 times and 7 times. And also during the speech, Use haven't used arms. And other than that, Use used and 4 times or 2 times. Elvira did the excellent job and only used and 2 times. Georgie used 1 time. Vandy used 1 time or 2 times. So 2 times and 3 times. That is the accountant report. As a joke master, yes, son called, asked the parents, what you have did for me for the past 18 years. The parents replied, I just trained you during your 1 to 5 age how to walk and how to speak. Okay, what you did in the balance year? The balance year, I asked you how to sit down properly without running anywhere, how to speak properly without teaching teaching any other. That is the two different. We train you how to sit properly up to 5 age. We train you how to sit proper. Don't sit properly during your last 15 years. That's it.
Thank you, Jose. That's really actually, as a Eastern person, just came back from China, I can understand that very well.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kumar. And do we have, that concludes, right, Georgie? Don't forget to vote. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
With that, I will transition to our president, Jose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Georgie for being Toastmaster, and Wendy for being General Evaluator. Hope everybody enjoyed the meeting. There's a lot of good topics today. How to cook a turkey, social media, how we improve ourselves in responding to emergencies, and health tips. Those were very interesting. Hi, Justin. I would like to ask your feedback in regards to our meeting, and if there's any areas you would like us to improve, any suggestions?
Um, no, I thought it was the group was awesome and it was amazing. I'm looking forward to growing with each and every one of you and building relationships with each and every one of you. Um, I believe we all grow together and we can learn from each other. And I like the constructive criticism that was given to after everyone's speech, so you can improve in the areas that that you need improving in. So I think like everything here is like what I was looking for, and looking forward to seeing you guys next week. And everyone have a blessed day. And it was a pleasure meeting each and every one of you guys.
Thank you, Jesse, for joining us. Yes, you're welcome to join us every week and learn more in regards to speaking. Yeah,
Awesome. Is there I sent you my email address, so is there you guys gonna send me like some stuff or like of what Toastmasters is and like what stuff that you guys cover and what we go over and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, I'll send you something hopefully in the next hour or two directly to your email. A couple of forms and an email.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good. Also, VJ. Hello, VJ.
Yeah.
Any feedback? Yes.
Yeah. So
they have a camera.
That's yeah, camera I have, but it's not working right now. So I'm extremely sorry about that. But otherwise, I enjoyed. I jumped into the middle of it, but the rest of the session I really enjoy, especially table topic. I participated as well. Yeah, I from the past I was looking to join some platform, but due to time crunch, I could not do it. Now I feel that I have enough time to continue. So that's good. I enjoyed a lot. Thanks.
Yes. Thank you, VJ. Any kind of participation is worth it in Toastmasters because it prompts you, right? It prompts the human brain to, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. And that activity actually helps you. And not just in speech. And I forgot to mention that in my speech also. It helps you in other aspects of life also. So yes, welcome. So we
VJ,
go ahead.
I have dropped a if you'd like to some more information, you can just send me your email directly and I'll send something to you later in the next couple hours or something. Meanwhile, before everybody goes, I'd like to get a photo that we're going to put up on our meetup page. So if you want to, have show your bright shining faces, please undo your cameras and give me a big smile on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's going up to our meetup page. Meanwhile, before things get any further, let's get figured out what we're going to do for next week's roles, okay? And I will try to do a quick share. Share. So let me start off by saying that we have already a speaker lined up, which is Wendy. She's going to be doing her 7-minute speech. And I know, Wendy, you also have another 20-minute speech that you have lined up. I don't know exactly when you're thinking about doing that one.
I don't have a date yet, but I hope to complete that pathway level 3 as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, we will be meeting, I think, on the 20th, unless I'm wrong about that, Jose. And we might not meet on the 27th, so we might want to talk about that. But first things first, let's sort things out. So Wendy will be speaking. I will be Table Topics Master next week. We're looking for a Toastmaster. Who'd like to be Toastmaster for next week? Jose.
Yeah.
All right. I can't seem to. What is that? Is that? I'm hearing an ad. Who is that? Okay. Is that me that's doing that?
I don't hear
Sorry,
anything,
I think
Georgie.
that might be me.
I cannot make next meeting, but I can do the meeting in 2 weeks, which is December 20th. So you can put me into any role which you need to fill in on December 20th. Georgie, you are muted.
We still need a couple of speakers. Who'd like to speak next week? Kumar, how are you thinking about speaking? How are things going with your speeches?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, great. We'll put you down as a speaker. And would anyone else like to speak next week? All right. We'll leave that one open for the moment. We need a couple of the.
I'll speak next week, but like, is there a certain topic that has to be on?
Well, you have to first sign up in our club to be a speaker. So I can send you the information, and then you can think about the first speech that we usually have a new member do is their icebreaker. It's like a 4 to 6 minute introduction of who you are, basically. I'll send you the information, and you can let me know if you're interested in speaking next week and in joining the club. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Meanwhile, we need a 2 or 3 evaluators. Would anyone like to evaluate next week? I could probably do an evaluation. Oh, and Jose, you can evaluate as well. So let me put down myself and Jose. And I don't know why I can't type today. Would anyone else like to be an evaluator for next week? Okay. I'm going to tentatively put Wang Ming down. And we'll see if he speaks or not, but we'll put him down tentatively, and I might also be the general evaluator. Meanwhile, we need an invocator. Invocator is the person who has to be here first thing in the morning to give that invocation, right? Who is interested in doing an invocation next week? All right, well, I could put myself tentatively down there on that one. And meanwhile, we do need a word master for next week. That one requires a little bit of prep time. Who'd like to be the word master next week?
Yeah, I can take the word master.
Kumar. Good
yeah.
move. Got it. We also need a joke master for next week. Would anyone like to be a joke master? Oh, actually, I think, wait. Yeah, okay. Jose, you want to do a joke? Great. All right. We also need an odd counter and a grammarian. Anyone like to do those roles? All right. All right. Well, those are a little tentative. We'll sort that out. We probably get Wang Ming back, and you can probably fill in a few of those roles as well, and maybe Leo as well. Meanwhile, I will transition it back to our president.
Okay, thank you, Georgie. Any announcements?
We do have the District 101 holiday party on Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
Our club has earned a discount for people who'd like to attend, so we get the early bird discount. I'm sure Elvira and Kumar, you're flying in here just for that. So I totally understand the excitement on it. Let's see. I know that I should have sent in my information about that swag gift, but I have not had a chance to do that yet. So you might want to talk about that, Jose. And I think that's
That's
pretty
right.
much it.
Yeah. I'll send you. I'll send out an email on that again to remind everybody in regards to getting something from the Toastmaster store. It's one of those gifts we give out during the end of the year as motivation and incentive also. Yes. Thank you for everybody's progress through pathways. George, I think make sure that you always connect your speeches towards pathways because we do want to add more points. I think first and second level pathways into our credits, right, for the club. All right, that's good. Okay, that'll be our announcements. And then drum roll, please. Thank you. So for the best table topics, we have Wendy.
Woo!
And then for the best evaluator, we have Georgie. Very good values. And for our best speaker, we have Ajay. Yeah. He mentioned a little bit of email in regards to that to Ajay that he did very well in the speech. Yes, I'll give him feedback on that. Thank you. Okay, I think we're okay. And is there anything else? That's it, right?
Well,
thank you very much.
Just to say, VJ, Justin, I will be sending you information in a few hours. So look for
Okay.
it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Oh, Jose, you want to hang on just one sec?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me stop recording. Can you stop recording? Are you SP, by the way, Jose?
What?
SP.
What? No. That's Hua Ming's computer.
Oh, okay.
He left it going. Oh, it's more.